Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. It's Kyle and Shannon. But today, we're not at Shady Acres Farm. Where are we?
We're at Adler Farms.
We're at Adler Farms. Old Chad, big brother, Adler Farms. Pretty sure all of you know exactly who he is. He texted me the other day and poor guy can't lift more than a can of beans. That's right. He's also not within reaching distance of me, so he can't do anything about that statement. No, he's got some equipment out here and he saw my work that I did for Dad, Grandpa Adler Farms, out at their place. And he's kind of trying to achieve the same between the house and the pond. And so I'm gonna see if I can do it, smooth it out. It's a little bit drier out here than it was at Dad's, so we'll see. I don't know. It's so beautiful out here though. He doesn't really have the wasp issue like we have. He has the wind, which is actually, we're very grateful for it.
Yeah, because it's hot.
It's hot. I want to say we're already over 90.
Yeah.
And it's just about noonish. We like to take a break. You know, we got a ton of projects to do at our place, but sometimes this is a nice little refresher. Come out, see him, you know, get the personal update rather than watching all the videos of what he's doing. You like my hat?
I love your hat.
I got a new hat and I don't even care how it looks. I feel like it looks cool. Does it look cool?
Of course it looks cool.
It's gonna keep my ears from burning. And
hopefully
apparently
your neck too.
Hopefully my neck, because it's plenty red and you can see the farmer's tan we're trying to both work on a little bit today. Well, I'm gonna go get in the skid steer. We'll see how I do. Hopefully I don't let him down. I'm gonna do my best. Shannon's gonna rip around on the four-wheel a little bit.
I'm gonna try to stay in the shade as much as possible.
She's gonna go cuddle up with the alpacas, I know it.
I am.
All right, I'm gonna get to work.
Okay.
Hey, can you guys hear Chad? Chad, say something.
Hang on, let me adjust my mic.
Yeah, here, talk to my chest.
No, it's weird.
I guess we have to hold it out like this because you won't wear microphones, will you?
No.
How come?
Clip it into my beard.
Yeah.
How's that?
That's great.
Does that look good?
Yeah, it's perfect.
I'm getting him one of these. He's gonna do that.
You should give Shannon her hat back when you're done with that.
Why? I like it. I was gonna get the one with the floral pattern on it, but do I get that beard hair too?
I took it out.
What are we doing today?
You're gonna spread dirt for me.
Spreading dirt. Why aren't you doing it?
Oh, you did such a good job for Mom and Dad that I'd rather you do it. And, you know, that I already told them, but the excavator, as you know, and I think this is only like a 50 or 55.
Okay.
It may be more. It might be a 200. I don't know. But anyway.
That's a 200. That's a world record, I think. Bless you. Goodness.
I think I'm allergic to that hat. Or that microphone. One of
The microphone and the hat. Just too much.
But those skid steers really beat you up. They shift you, they move you left to right.
A lot.
I made a huge mess. It's completely unlevel. So the skid steer going across, it's going to be even worse. But that excavator I had, they're more of a, I wouldn't say precision, but compared to a skid steer,
Totally.
they are.
Yeah, a lot slower moving.
Yeah, this doesn't hurt much, but when you're on the skid steer and you're doing this and you're getting tossed aside, it's a little bit different. So
I'm typically sore for a couple days after I run one. I'm
typically sore after I run too. But they're no, they're good. It's I didn't tell you, but there's no front windshield. So there's air conditioning.
You couldn't rent the one with full AC enclosed?
There's a 6-foot hole in the front of it.
That doesn't, it's so counterintuitive. I don't even understand.
Well, call the guys at Cole Equipment. They brought it out.
Okay. Is it a Kubota?
Sure. Orange. Yeah. I don't know.
I've only run John Deere, so I've actually been curious what the others run like.
I've run a Kubota. I mean, they're good.
Yeah.
There's nothing, you know, I would say unless you're doing true demo, I don't know that there's much of a difference between a 50 and a 75 or a 75 and 100.
I would agree.
But if you're running 100, you notice much different. Now, the only thing I am curious about is there's a couple rocks that you may be able to bury them. I don't know.
Okay.
I would just pick them up and move them. But I'm curious if it'll.
Because
I had a 30-horse excavator, and it would push them, but I couldn't pick the rocks up.
Okay.
And then I got a 55-horse excavator, and it would throw the rocks. So it just depends.
25 difference?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And a 2-foot bucket.
Yeah.
So that made a big difference.
Yeah, typically I think the higher horse is more for like your mulchers and your brush cutters and your grapple and all that stuff. This stuff, you know, it'll push earth around.
Because it's kind of like a PTO, right? You lose a little bit of when you put those attachments. Okay,
precisely.
So with this being a bucketed, lightweight 55, I bet it rips pretty good.
I think so too. Yeah. Yeah, because I feel even on the 100-horse John Deere, if I have the grapple and I grab a bunch of logs and I pinch down on it and I start moving, he barely crawls.
Yeah.
So that takes a whole lot of that power from it. But bucket, no hydraulics, be golden.
Yeah.
All right. we're gonna get to it before I get fired.
Well, that's really loud when you edit later.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. We got tricks, man. She turned it down. It'd be good. All right. Well, everybody, give us a thumbs up if you think Chad should get microphones, because this sounds great in the wind.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's not happening.
He's over there figuring out his new toy. New piece of equipment. Hey, I'm glad we're upwind of the pile so we're not getting covered in dirt. How about you?
Yeah, absolutely. I told him he didn't want a windshield because he had that sweet hat. Also, I don't want to do this because it's tedious. I just want to make a hole and bury stuff. I don't want to like flatten things out.
Forget making it pretty. Yeah, stuff like that doesn't even look fun to me. Trying to dig up a stump.
Probably not just gonna saw.
When he's determined though, he'll get it.
That tree before your subs, because we have some of the same subs and some we don't. Because some people think I'm obnoxious. And I don't use a mic. But some people have said that tree will make it. We'll see what happens. But I've got pictures when we first found the property in like February and March. And that tree is leaning now more than ever. It's really soft. You can see it actually. And it's not because we scorched it the other day. This is our leach field. Our septic tank, we found it the other day. See that red shovel?
Yep.
That's Kyle's marker, so he knows not to run over that. And he can run over anything this way because we're going to put in a new sewer line. But that leach field has made this tree grow so fast and so tall, I think it may have like outgrew its roots.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that's why it's leaning. And of course, it's windy today, but as you know, the last month and a half, we've had like 30, 40 mile an hour winds for days at a time.
Well, and those are fast growing trees too.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I'm not just gonna chop it down, but
you need all the shade you can get out here.
Yeah. If it falls, it's not gonna hurt anything. It's not like a soft tree. It's not just gonna fall over. I mean, it'll
lean slowly.
It'll keep leaning and leaning in time. I think that's gonna happen. We'll see. I just had to tell him what he was doing wrong. He said he didn't care.
That sounds about like him.
He said, don't call me and then tell me what I'm doing wrong. I said, fine. That's still a silly hat. The problem is, if you guys can't tell on camera, it's hard to tell, but the rocks that he's moving, like this one right here, like that's a small one.
That's massive.
That's a size 13 croc, but that's a small one. Like,
you're not supposed to lift that.
I didn't. I let go. But they're all, I mean, they're just huge. But
yeah,
they're buried.
Massive.
In order to get that trash stuff buried, I pulled stuff out like that. And then you have to dig a hole, put debris in it, and then put dirt and rocks on top of it, and then put more trash in it, and it's a process. Problem is, when you rent those excavators, you're like, hey, I'll just dig a 30-foot hole and shove it in there. Well, the first thing they tell you is don't do that, you'll fall in the hole. So,
well, that makes sense.
You have to put, I think I dug like I bet I dug a 12-footer at least, 12 by 12, pushed every bit of metal I could in it, and then filled it with dirt and those big rocks. And then you drive over it, and you feel like you're gonna fall. Like it's not safe at all. So I just started plowing and pushing stuff around, but that excavator wouldn't do it this well.
So what is he doing now? Is he bringing dirt over?
He's bringing dirt over just to fill some low spots. I mean, from where we're standing, or like where the trucks are, it's a good 20-foot slope to where Kyle's at. So it's not like we can truly mess up where the water's going when it rains. It's all gonna go to the pond. But he's just gonna make it that way, just flow. But he's bringing in some dirt because there's some high spots. It's quite a task, I'll say this. I mean, he and I've got some trigger time with a skid steer, and we're not too shabby, but when you get into like actually operating heavy equipment and like burying stuff and making it go away, it's not easy. So props to you guys that run equipment.
No kidding.
That pile he's working on right there, my goodness, there's they used to have these jumps out here. I think a lot of people figured out what this used to be, but they used to have these dirt jumps out here, and they take these giant culverts that are metal, they're hollow obviously, like a giant tin can with the ends cut out. There was a 12 by 16 back there, probably at least. There's still one up at the front. But they sit them in the ground and they pile dirt up on both sides, and it makes you jump. So what he's digging in is one side of that jump. But that pile is probably 20 feet, it really is probably 15 feet high, not exaggerating. And then it's probably 20 feet across.
You're gonna have a lot of good dirt in there then.
Yeah. The only thing that it did hurt us on when they made them, they used a bulldozer, of course. But you know, when we were back there this winter and it was like real bumpy, and the dozer made ruts and tracks when they made those.
Oh yeah.
But it's not pressing. It's not something we can see. It's not something that harms the animals. But him tackling that, even if he brings in dirt and brush, it's just honeysuckle.
Yeah.
He'll plant that. I've got a real nice cedar that I can bring up here, and we'll spread some seed. I know it's hot. I know it's not the best time to seed, but there's so much water.
It's gonna grow though.
I know, and there's so much water right here.
So there's no fence line over there where he is. That's just all overgrowth.
See the two poles?
Yeah, I see them now.
I took the fence line out coming towards us.
Okay.
And then there's a gap. And then the pole going that way, there's another fence line. But it's just field fence. But even those trees, see that tallest tree behind him?
Yep.
That's an oak tree, and it's really pretty. But it's on a pile of dirt about 8 feet high.
Gotcha.
So you can't even salvage it. It's like a 10-foot tree on an 8-foot mound of dirt.
Yeah, it's not gonna do you any good.
No. I mean, what do you do, just buzz around it?
Well, and even then, at some point, it's gotta fall over, right? Like,
I would imagine.
If it's not compacted dirt.
Yep.
The further we move on from all those yesterdays, happiness gets nearer. The light that we see closing in so fast ahead, it's hope, it's getting clearer. The more I think of all the tough times we survived, the more it makes me smile. If nothing's broken us, nothing never will. 'Cause dreams are hard to kill. And I know somewhere's a place where we can build our memories. Somewhere, just hold on tight, it'll be alright. Show me the way.
It's pretty good. I'm a little pooped. Definitely,
a little dirty.
Definitely.
This is less than 15 pounds.
Yeah. Definitely learned out here not to dump into the wind or you just eat all the dirt.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I did it a few times. And then I was getting a scoop off the top of that dirt back there, had the bucket way up here, and as I curled it back to secure everything in it, I just dumped it right in my lap, down my shoes, everywhere. I was like, huh, genius.
Great job.
But we're coming along. I'm trying to throw some of these roots in the fire and then get this smoothed out and finish. I'm gonna push some dirt back in that septic tank hole. Would that be a poop hole?
It's your channel, babe.
It's whatever we want it to be.
Yep.
Yeah, I've given up.
I know,
on
man.
this
It's
stuff.
windy today. It's kind of rough. I'm tired. I was sitting over there a second ago. A couple of ants crawled on me. I was like, get off of me, ants.
I'm curious how your face is so red.
Is it red?
Oh yeah.
It's a little red.
I don't know if it's sunburn or heat. Maybe a little bit of both.
I mean, I just walked over here. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes
I think it was actually trying to wrestle with the water line this morning. So
just never cooled off since.
it was 85 at 8 a.m.
Oh my word.
So
Has my poison ivy faded into my sunburn yet?
It's covered by dirt.
Oh really?
You can't even see it.
Yep. Look at that.
a tan line.
Tan line. That's all right. I'm just gonna move my farmer's tan further north.
Make your farmer's tan meet your redneck.
Yeah,
Meet your
yeah. See if I
meet your
can
dirt.
Get it all to come
Meet
together.
your dirt line.
A dirt line. All right. Well, if you want to pick up all the rest of these sticks, you're welcome to.
Can I sit in my chair and watch you guys?
Careful, there's ants.
You'll get tired over there running from the ants. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get these in there and finish up smoothing.
All right.
How's that sound good?
Of course.
You doing all right over there?
Yeah, sitting in the shade watching you work, I'm doing just fine.
You look pretty fine over there.
I'm just glad you had a tank top you could borrow.
So I am jealous of this. Chad has piles of topsoil. This is not fill dirt, and I don't know what it is, but this, before I started today, it came all the way across and it was well over my head right here. I mean, I was reaching up this high. That's when I was dumping dirt on myself. But it was pretty cool because once I just kept going and kept bringing scoops up, I had to bring his grade up a little bit. And finally I was able to cut through, and then the breeze came through and it was really good. But what Chad doesn't know is I'm gonna come back with a dump truck and I'm gonna take this to our land where we cleared the land and there's all those rocks up there. Because if I keep digging at those, there's just more and more rocks. So I think I'm gonna have to build it up on top of that. This would be perfect for it. He doesn't need all this.
We're gonna steal his dirt.
We're gonna steal his dirt. It'll make for an epic trespassing video. I know it will. Who's this guy with the dump truck coming in? It's your brother. Yeah. It was nice though. I wish we had mounds like this on our land. Ours, you know, the top of the hill where we cleared, that's the highest point on our land. So all the sediment and dirt and everything over the years has just washed away from there, and it's just rock up there. So all my good soil is down in the valleys, but you know I got to grow a pretty yard someday. So Chad's gonna be my scapegoat. I'm gonna come steal dirt. Don't tell him. Well, I think I'm done. I hosed myself off, but obviously missed some spots. I'm covered in dirt. Chad rented one that doesn't have a front door on it. It had a front door at some point in time, but I guess somebody broke it off. It had air conditioning in there, but you didn't feel it. So I opened up all the windows, but learned the hard way, if you put your bucket up too high when you're trying to pick up that dirt over there, you'll dump it on yourself, in your shoes, down your shirt, everywhere. It was miserable. I did it about 3 times because, you know, I didn't learn the first 2.
Good job.
Thanks. This was kind of daunting. I was looking at it when we first started and I was like, man, this is gonna be a little rougher in getting Grandpa Adler Farms land ready. But once I got in a rhythm, you know, got to know this machine. This is the first time I've run a Kubota. And I think it's about half the power of what the John Deere is, but got in a rhythm and, you know, was able to kind of communicate with Chad throughout, and he was like, yeah, do this and do that, and we just knocked it out. What do you think, boss man?
I think it's good. You found my electric line. Or is that a root?
That's a root.
Oh,
I found all your roots.
you did.
Is there electric line out here somewhere?
I don't know. I shoved the concession stand over and it kind of slow mode.
Is Ray gonna be all right with it? She knows I was doing this, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
she knows. I sent her a picture about a second ago.
Yeah? She said it was
She
terrible.
knows. No, she likes it. She's on her way out, so we should probably wrap it up and get out of here.
Oh, yeah, we gotta go.
Anyway, no, this looks amazing.
Good.
It was rough.
We
It was really rough.
still may have to box blade it and harrow it a little bit, but I think you're there, and for the most part, and get all the rocks out.
I bet I wait for a good rain and buy a contractor mix of seed.
Just throw it.
And then we find out how far I can throw it with my left hand.
Oh man, if I threw it with my left hand, it'd end up back there.
But that's to pick a day when there's not 30-mile-an-hour winds.
Seriously, right now you could probably stand over there and just toss it up and it'll make it all the way over to the edge.
Well, I asked him when I called this morning, I said, hey, send me something with AC and an open front because it's windy and it'll keep him cool.
That's exactly what he got.
So we got an air-conditioned, wide-open convertible. So it was awesome.
I think I felt the air for the first maybe 30 seconds that I had it going, and then it was gone. So I just had to open up the windows and let the wind blow through. But I left it on the whole time.
Good time. Yeah, you might as well.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's why you ran out of diesel so
I was
quickly.
saying, probably would have had another gallon of diesel if turn the air off.
It's a good possibility. Yeah. And I kept putting it in rabbit mode. Like if you're going straight, you just kick on that rabbit mode with the left trigger and zing. But if you go to turn or anything, it just bogs it down. It's really weird.
Yep.
Well, this was a wonderful break from all the stuff we've been doing on the well and everything. It's just kind of been a nice change of pace, change of scenery, but
Yeah, but I'm gonna make you get back to work.
I know, we still got the pressure tank to put in. I got to do some filtration, chlorination, got to get the power over there. There's plenty to do over there at Shady Acres, but this was a good little break from that, and got to see Chad. Haven't been out here in a couple weeks, and it's gorgeous out here. You're flying right along.
That's all I do, man.
Somebody said in your premiere, it's like, oh, Chad, you're catching up to K&S Get Out. I was like, have you seen any of our videos? Like, we have a long ways to go. A lot of stuff, yeah. It ain't no competition. It's just, it is. No big deal.
Well, it's just different projects. There's different
yeah.
things. I mean, I really not lucked out. It was a blessing, but finding that septic tank was a huge deal.
Oh, I hear you there.
That should have taken a lot longer.
Well, that's saved you thousands of dollars.
Well, I went and told the guy that owned it before I needed to know where that was. I needed to know right now. And he drew me a picture. Looks like I drew it with my toes. But he got close enough.
Hey, did you dig that up by hand?
Yeah.
I saw that shovel sitting out of the
I broke the shovel digging that out.
Are you oh, that's okay.
Well, I was afraid. I had the Mini X, but I was afraid I was going to hit it. I didn't know.
Yeah.
All I knew, you know, when you hit something solid, you move your shovel a ½ inch, you get behind the rock and you pry it up. And I stuck it, and I thought, that don't sound right. That's different. Something's wrong. And I backed up and did it again, and I did it again, and I thought, son of a gun, I found it. And I kept going, and I was like, please be. I knew just about an 8x6 or an 8x5 it'd be 1,000 or so gallons. So I kept like stepping back. I was like, 1 foot, 2 foot. Come on, keep going, buddy. Keep going.
Yeah.
So
you got a few more bodies that is going to be.
Well, thankfully the two little ones, you know, one of them still goes in a diaper, so they won't go in there.
Go in the trash can.
Yeah, I'll make Case go outside.
Put a diaper on Case. He'd be all right with that, wouldn't he?
That'd go well. That would go well.
Pull-ups.
Anyway, no, it's just a work in progress, and you know, I come out here and I don't want to do anything else. I mean, people say, man, you're doing something. I don't want to do anything else.
No, I hear you. We've had people comment and say, boy, you DOS boys and your dad, you guys don't stop working. And I'm like, there's plenty to do, and it's very rewarding. You know, you get out what you put in, and it's worth every second of it. All right, well, we are going to get back to our farm and get back on that train and keep things moving. So if you're new here, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. If you've been with us, we appreciate the comments and we appreciate you guys. As always, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
And if you need anything, I'm released in a couple months. I'll come.
Okay, you heard it.
Hey, we appreciate that.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just proud of him for not hurting this arm and letting it get better.
I cannot afford to get hurt again, so I had to.
Financially or even time and projects you fall behind.
Ray came with me to the last doctor's appointment, and I don't know if Dr. Twist was helping me or not, but he said, it looks really good. You're really taking it easy. I was like, yeah, I am.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. I checked everything today.
I weigh every rock before I pick it up.
Before I pick it up with my right hand and put it on there.
I'm like, left hand, 2 pounds. All right, let's go.
All right, guys. We'll see you.
Bye.